Are you hoping that there's going to be a day of reckoning, if you will, or accountability where these platforms are going to be held accountable for the type of distraction that they're implementing into our lives? Or do you think this is like a bigger issue?
Oof, I hope so. We're starting to see some of that with TikTok, right? With some of the things that they've got going on there. But I really think it has to start at home. My oldest daughter is 18 and she did not have a phone until she was 16. And let me tell you what, that was a battle.
I was going to say that seemed easy.
There was lots of like, oh my gosh, you guys are so old, you're archaic, da 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 da. Like, you aren't. And even at 16, I was like, oh gosh, this feels gross. But like, she doesn't have Snapchat, she doesn't have Facebook or any of that stuff because, again, you are your kid for such a short amount of time. And you really, when you're in it, it feels like eternity, right? But it is truly the only time in your life that you get to be carefree. And why would we want to take that away from our kids prematurely? Why would we so quickly want to take this innocent child and put them in a world? I mean, the world we live in now is scary. It's crazy. Why would we want to take our kids and put them right in the middle of that and give them all of that information and expose them to all of it? But that's what we do every time that we just openly give our kids electronics.
And it's easier, right? I mean, and that's the bigger problem.
It's passive
it's like
parenting.
Passive parenting. It's like, hey, back in the day, our parents, right, would have to carry like a pacifier and maybe like a book with crayons or like a game that we could play in a restaurant. Now it's much easier just to be like, hey, kid, be quiet. Take this little thing. You're going to be distracted. But there's a sense of like accountability